Welcome to Recovering Addict. Tonight we're going to answer a couple questions from the Discord. How to let family know that AA meetings are not more important than they are. When is a good time to become a 12-step sponsor? And if nothing changes, nothing changes. Changing roles in the family after addiction. It will never happen to me. That's the book we'll be going through right here on Recovering Addict.
And I'm an alcoholic addict.
Welcome to Recovering Addict. I am LT and I'm an alcoholic addict.
I'm Felice, and I'm married to this guy, married to an alcoholic addict.
That is so absolutely true. Camera change. Two
Which
times in my life, I have ruined it through alcohol addiction and meth addiction. Camera change. Back in the early 2000s. Camera change. Back to the front. Welcome to Surround View at Recovering Addict. So this is a fun channel. We just here to entertain y'all. On top of that, fill you full of education of recovery and all the kind of content that goes in between. What is Recovering Addict? What does it have to offer? We have live streams where we offer educational books that we go through together. We have fun and laugh. We also have 16 plus hours of live streams and classes during the week. Our next class is going to kick off in like a week or maybe two. I'm not sure quite yet because we got this car giveaway coming up. I don't quite know the logistics and how that's going to play out, and I don't want to have to pause, but we'll see. But it's going to definitely start in the morning. Schedules are changing, but we're going to get something set in stone here soon. And then we have a 1 o'clock daily recovery meeting. On top of that, we have a Discord app, and that's where everybody can just chit chat and ask for help. And it's 24 hours, 24/7. We got people around the world that are in there, and we talk. If you need a meeting, you say, hey, I need a meeting, and we all jump in there together and have a meeting. So anyway, I'll let her introduce herself.
I'm Felice. I'm married to this guy. I experienced codependency, co-addiction. Camera change. I've been to counseling to get help for myself because I'm pretty sure I hit rock bottom before he did, and I didn't like who I was becoming. So I got help, learned all I could about alcoholism and addiction, talked to people I trusted, and learned that I was enabling. So I quit enabling and let him experience the consequences because the only person I could change is myself.
That's true. You know, my counselor always told me that, or counselor, my sponsor, he always told me that first. The family always hits rock bottom before the addict does. And it's so true. It's one thing we need to understand is the family does, in fact, hit rock bottom. We have a special guest tonight, y'all. I'm not going to pull this person on yet, but I'm just here to let you know we got us a special guest tonight. I think y'all should be pretty excited about that.
I know I am.
Yeah. So how's the world going? How's everybody doing in their recovery? I know we catch up all the time in the recovery meetings, and I love the fact that they're there for everybody, and some of us are up, some of us are down. Sometimes our meetings, we just hang out and play video games. Other times we pour our hearts out and cry. And I love it. So if you're not a part of our Discord, Felice is going to drop that link, and y'all should just jump in there. It's me. Brad's the guest. And once she drops that link in there, I'm going to let her start saying hello to everybody in the chat. And if you're new here, drop that sobriety date. Let us know so we can welcome you. And like this person right here, I think. I'm a proud recovering addict and single mom. Elizabeth, welcome to the show.
What's
So
up?
glad you're here.
Elizabeth Weinbaum.
You know what? That's awesome.
Full name.
Proud recovering addict and a single mom. I'm sure you are a mom that child. Oh, I'm so glad you're on this side of addiction with your child. And, it's all awesome. I'm so proud of you. Good job. Mark Go has a 2,139 days clean and sober. My goodness. Mark, keep going.
Go, Mark, go.
Go, Mark, go. Go. I bet you've never heard that before.
Is that his real name, though?
The sober singer had to say hi in the Twitch room. What's up, Twitch?
What's up, Sean?
Thank you, Sean L. Awesome, fam. All right, fleece is up.
All right, winner. Chicken dinner tonight is Cherie. First one to say hello in the chat. We love you, Cherie, and
It
hope
wasn't
everything's
Brad.
going well. And nope, it was not Brad. Loser. Just kidding. You're a winner in my book. Love you, Brad. Hello and good afternoon. Yep, that is a correct.
Thank you,
statement.
Merc.
Thanks for summing that up for us.
I almost forgot.
What's up, Merc?
What is? Oh yeah, Brad was not first. He lost. Just like Black Ops, he lost.
And just a real quick to any, what are the branches called again?
Admins.
Admins out there. If y'all are more than welcome to drop links in the chat anytime, because I get busy or I drop other links.
Oh yeah.
So throw like Nicole's and John's and whatever links you think need to be in there for people to look at.
Cool. Oh, look at
Be
this.
super helpful.
Sarah, April 1st, 2019. Nice.
April Fools.
crap. Are you joking with us? Everybody's gonna think you're joking now every time you say that. Just kidding. That's awesome. That's right around the corner.
Yeah. That's
right
exciting.
around the corner. 2 years are right around the corner. You know what? That means Sarah went through COVID and all the craziness of 2020 and didn't use. T-shirt, I survived COVID, still sober. Pow.
Boom. Happening.
2020 didn't get me. I love it.
I like
Camper.
it.
You're a camper.
Marilyn. What's up, Marilyn? Hey, Misty. Good to see you. Let's see. Jeanette. Love you, lady. Hey, Jim. We love you too, Jim. Sean, welcome again. Kimmy, hey, glad you made it. I'm glad you're doing okay. Glad everything's going well. You know, you can always reach out. PD, what's up? Love seeing PD in here. I seen that in that video today that LT posted. Check it out, the new one.
Oh yeah.
I found the name of that Grateful book. I'm gonna get one.
Heck yeah.
Susan.
That is so hard with that thing echoing in my ear. I cannot talk. So when you put these phones on,
Susie,
y'all,
I'm an
like we
alcoholic.
have here, so we got my phone right there, and then we got Felice's phone back here, right up underneath that light. You see it? And when, for some reason, StreamYard doesn't let you turn it all the way down. It's like almost all the way down. So when we talk, it's echoing like twice between our heads, and it's really hard to hold your train of thought.
It's pretty trippy.
But I do want to. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, there's always a competition for first comment.
Absolutely. I want to point out this one real quick, though. How many of y'all like this Arnold Conquer sign over here? Isn't that awesome? That's my motivation right there, y'all. I get to work and I'm like, oh, I feel like giving up. I look over and I see Arnold telling me to conquer. So I do.
Plan A.
I try
That's all
to.
there is, according to Arnold. No plan Bs.
Heck yeah.
All right, Jessica, hello from New Jersey. Stepping on up. You know it. What's up, Debs? Hey, Kyle. What's up, Liz? We said hi to you. Single mom. Very awesome. Thanks, Jeanette. Yes, I was, Brad. Rolo. What's up, Nicole? Ah, thanks, Steph. Let's see. You're not the guest, Brad.
Will you grab my phone? I'm done
Let's
with that
see.
noise.
We said those. We said head to do's. We
Just
started from the
ignore
bottom.
The whole thing.
Started from the bottom. Now we're here. Malcolm. Hello. Sarah's got a birthday too. Oh, it's also your 2-year birthday. Very cool. Mad respect.
That's all I can handle. Can't do it no more.
15 days sober today and finding it very difficult. I go
Oh,
to
really?
my
What's going on?
meetings, but I get there an hour early because of coronavirus.
So
It
I'm
always-
15
it's
days.
always
Grab that
full.
phone too. So 15 days sober. Today I'm finding it very difficult. I go to my meetings, but I get an hour early because of
Thanks, bud.
COVID. That's always cool. I've always heard that if you're going to go to meetings, go 15 minutes, 30 minutes early. An hour early is good too. Get involved, get to know people as they walk in the door, greet each other, and get to know people, and then stay late too. So that's a good thing. But 15 days sober today. So sober, I'm assuming alcohol because of the word sober. Correct me if I'm wrong. You may be going through sugar withdrawals. You may be still sweating at night. Like I always tell people, this is my new little thing I've kicked off the last couple of weeks, but like, what would I wish I would have known in early sobriety? What do I wish I would have grasped early and understood and held on to? And the number one would have been patience, understanding patience. And number two would be understanding getting comfortable being uncomfortable. You know, it's not going to get easy anytime soon. And I don't mean to be discouraging when I say that, but I'm just saying the road to recovery is difficult. On top of the withdrawals you're going through and the sugar withdrawals and trying to fill the time that you used to fill that time with drinking, you have to learn how to fill that time with positive things while your mind's on addiction. And then all of a sudden you get these emotions that you've been numbing for a while that are creeping up and that, and then you got people like looking at you funny, like, okay, anytime now you're going to relapse. You got all this stuff happening. So understanding, stay the course. So 3 things I would say right now to focus on for you would be patient. Get comfortable being uncomfortable, learn to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And 3, get involved with a support group of people who will pat you on the back and cheer you along, because we know what you're going through. And with the sugar withdrawal and stuff like that, I don't know if you're a total beer drinker. Me, I was a whiskey drinker. I saw the alcohol. Okay. I don't know if you were a beer drinker or a whiskey drinker. I was a whiskey drinker, and I drank Black Velvet, which was high in sugar. And so I'm coming off alcohol, wanting to be drunk, wanting to numb, and the whole deal with us drunks. I was withdrawn from the sugar as well. And so one night I was just like, man, I just like, my body was craving, that inside scream we would get at the beginning. And somebody suggested, go get a chocolate milkshake. And so I did. And I leaned on sugar for the first 3-4 months of my sobriety. And it helps. I drank that shake and I was like, whoa, that did the trick. That calmed a lot of things down. So 15 days, you got another couple of months.
Ooh, wine,
to where sugary. That's way sugary. Lean on sugar right now. It's okay. Let your body just, get over this alcohol. You might gain a little bit of weight, but we will take care of that later. And I did. After 5, 6, 7 months, I got back into fitness. I lost the weight that I gained in recovery and the early stages of recovery. But at the beginning, don't worry about it. Just, lean on some sugar. I had M&Ms by the side of my bed. I would dunk cookies and coffee in the morning. And it helped. It helped me a ton. But I'm proud of you. And thank you for being here, Susan. Good job.
Hard candies in the pocket.
Kavanaugh.
I like those mini Starburst.
Oh, yeah. Those are good, too.
Those are delish. Let's see. Washcott. Welcome, Rogine. Good evening. Who else? We got Cherie in the house.
Hey, good day, mate.
We got Bree.
Sheila.
What's up, Bree?
Hey, yo, what's up, Bree?
Good to see you here.
So excited to see you.
We got Dan.
Oh, we love Dan. What are you?
Thanks.
Dan, what are you even doing awake?
Isn't it like past your bedtime?
It's so past his bedtime.
What's up? Oh, thanks. Thanks, Bree. Hey, Debs. Malcolm, Ashley.
Hey, Debs. Malcolm, what's up? Tell everybody on the res we said hello. Love y'all.
Ruben says, I'm an addict named Ruben.
Ruben, nice to meet you, brother.
Today I've decided to surrender. I appreciate that you're doing. My wife is not an addict, but can definitely relate to the codependency and enabling. And we want to recover. That's why we're here together as a family.
I love the way he worded that too. We want to recover because, bro, I think it sounds to me like you understand it. Your addiction didn't only affect you. It affected her as well. My addiction affected her and it jacked up her. She turned her into codependent, co-addiction, all that craziness, walking on eggshells. What's going to happen tonight? Is he going to be the fun guy or the crazy guy? Is he going to be the crazy guy or the mean guy? You'd never know. And that just wears on people. And then they have to recover from that as well. I bet you that's Sylvia. I think Sylvia's calling me on Facebook.
She's been in and out of Discord. The daily Zoom all day.
Hopefully she's on the video and I can maybe just bring her on.
That would be cool.
Sylvia, I'm going to let you know right now we are live on YouTube and I'm going to screen share because I want you to see what's going on. Oh, I can't do it with audio. Hold on, everybody. This is going to be a treat. Hold on. Can you hear me, Sylvia?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yes, I can.
So you are now on my YouTube live stream. Oh, wait, not yet.
Almost there.
Almost there. Okay, here we go. Bam. Okay, what's
Sylvia!
going on?
Nice to see you.
Well, this is not the special guest we were talking about, but what a special surprise. So right now, Sylvia, you called the Discord and we're live streaming on YouTube like we usually do. So I thought, what the heck? Let's answer and talk to Sylvia. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good to see you.
You too. How you doing?
I'm good. I was just hoping I've been trying to get in about 30 minutes or an hour maybe.
Okay, I'm going to send you a link. I'm going to copy and paste a link in this area and just click it. It's going to take you to YouTube, okay?
Okay, good.
Okay, talk to you in a second. That's cool. Go ahead.
And that
I will do it.
was the wonderful Sylvia.
That's wonderful, Silvio.
I'll keep saying hello while he does that. Who else? We also, let's see. Brad says, I hope everyone knows that despite all the joking around between LT and I and Mark and a few other people, we love you people. All of you are now family.
Absolutely,
our family.
dude. I'm glad you said that. We do get some joking, and sometimes it sounds like we could be mean to each other, but I think that the generation, Brad and Merk, and just our age and the type of dudes we are, that's how we've learned to joke and love one another.
You just
yeah,
razz.
You should see what we say when no one's listening, man. We get down right dirty. We could be jerks, boy.
Says, I think about my RA family all day and I love you people. You are all my rock. You all help me get through the day and life.
You too, bro.
Yeah, you're pretty cool too, Brad.
Okay, never mind.
Glad you're part of the community. I mean, what? Exactly.
I love it.
Yes.
Oh, you got to say it with that. You heard
Out of love.
your accent. New Jersey or Philly? One of the two. Boston. That's what I was thinking. Boston.
Boston.
One of those.
I thought you were
One of those grungy accents y'all got over there.
Great community. Agreed. 100%.
Stop butt kissing, Brad. Agreed. All right, y'all. You know what time it is. I did. Son of a turkey.
JK.
All right. So we are going to do the Discord question of the day. I'm going to let Felice read it while I look up this article I had because I had some questions I want to talk to. You want to read Sean's question on the Discord?
That I can
do. In the questions of the Discord.
See, questions for the live from Sean.
Yeah.
It says, I've got one. Is there a specific threshold of time that people normally start sponsoring others? Or is it pretty subjective?
And I was thinking about that question. And the traditional answer to that one, and the one that I've heard in the rooms, going through rehab, sitting through hundreds of AA meetings, hundreds of NA meetings, is they would go around, anybody willing to be a sponsor, and to raise your hand to be a willing sponsor sitting there, you had to have 1 year clean and have worked the 12 steps. That was kind of the suggested rule. In my opinion, it's never too early to help somebody. Sharing your story, encouraging somebody that you know is going through something you've been through is always advisable, and it feels good to help in early recovery. If somebody leans on you and cries on your shoulder a little bit and you give them comfort and send them in the right direction, it feels good. But to become a sponsor, I would suggest answering these questions, right? A sponsor does everything they can with their personal boundaries and knowledge to help a newcomer get sober and stay sober using the tools of AA, right? So do you have a good grasp of the tools? Do you understand the personal boundaries? Can you lead by example through sobriety and drinking history, what AA can do for you as a person? So you think about I think it's kind of an important role to step up into a sponsorship. Like, I'm ready to sponsor somebody. And I think there's questions we need to ask ourselves if we're ready or not. I don't think the time limit, I don't even think 1 year maybe is too long to wait, or maybe you could do it sooner. It's up to you subjectively at that point. Or maybe you want to wait 2 or 3 or 4 years, through your example and your sobriety and your drinking history. Are you showing people what AA can do for your personal life? Another thing that a sponsor wants to do is encourage sponsees to attend different AA meetings to obtain several viewpoints and interpretations of the program. Send them out so that they can come back and discuss why you believe the way you believe the program runs in your life. introduce the sponsee to new members. This is what sponsors do, right? And there was one on here about time. Do you have the time to be a good sponsor? It says there is no one way to be a sponsor. The rules are not set in stone. Each person has their own recovery program in AA, and this means that each sponsorship relationship will be unique. All members should approach sponsorship with their own morals, experiences, and personalities. Some sponsors are rigid and want their sponsees calling them every day and give specific reading homework. Other sponsors are casual and they want the newcomer to take the initiative and request advice and ask for questions. So what type of sponsor do you want to be? Are you going to be the hardball kind of sponsor? Call me every morning, let's do this and that. Or are you going to say, okay, let me see what this guy's got. Is he even ready for sobriety? In order to be a good sponsor, you must have the qualities of patience, understanding, compassion, and the gift of time. Do you have the time? Taking on a sponsor and understanding that you may get a phone call at 2 a.m. and this person had relapsed and needs you to come get them out of trouble. And I'm not talking about getting them out of trouble in a way that would enable them, but it's a situation that could arise. You go and rescue them out of a situation that's beneficial to their sobriety. And you would have to be able to discern that. But do you have the time to give to somebody in that realm, let alone 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 people? And I'm just, just focus on that. If you're a one person sponsor, the best you can do is share your experience, strength, and hope and tell newcomers what worked for you. Use your moral compass and the principles of the 12 step to guide you. Strive for progress, not perfection, and the power of the steps will lead the way. And then you kind of have to have this understanding of not getting too emotionally involved, because if you do get let down, they do relapse, and it does happen, that it's not going to wreck your sobriety. Are you solid enough in a foundation of sobriety to answer those questions? Do I have the time? Do I have the experience? Do I know the tools in any given situation that would be suggested that they use to be a sponsor? So those are things you chew on. And if you feel like you could, I got a good grasp of all of that, I got the time, take on a sponsee. If not, be patient. Easy does it. Work your program and continue to learn and get educated. I don't sponsor people. I try to provide everybody with a platform to where they can find sponsors. There are some people I work with, like I'll take on somebody that wants to work the 12 steps as a temporary sponsor until they find a solid one in their local area, or somebody more close to them, or somebody that they choose digitally in the world that we live in here in Recovering Addict for now. But I don't have the time to take on somebody right now with doing the everyday 1 o'clock, making sure that that's running, all the 8 o'clock live streams and the early morning one for Dan, and all the video editing that I'm trying to do and the education I'm trying to learn, just all the changes. I don't have time to one-on-one get a hold of somebody and sponsor them. But I don't know. That's just stuff to chew on. And the second question from the Discord is, how do you let your family know? And please answer this quickly for those in the chat that have a good answer for this and help me out here. I'm going to give my 2 cents on it, and I would love to know what you think. But how do you let family know that recovery meetings are not more important than they are? How do you let family know that your recovery friends? Because when a family's on the outside looking in, they don't understand addiction. They don't understand what you're going through, but they see you running off to meetings, or in this new day and age, you're on your phone with your headphones on, listening to recovery meetings, right? And you may be hanging out with one of your family members and say, "Oh, hang on, I got to cut out for 1 hour. I got to get to this meeting." And they kind of step back like, "Dang, what is that? Are those people more important?" And they get this jealous feeling, which is understandable. My first knee-jerk reaction advice to that is, maybe the family member in your life doesn't quite understand your addiction. Maybe you need to open up more with this person about how deep your addiction was, what addiction is, how it's an illness to you, help them to understand what the support center is and means to you now post addiction, and how it stays clean, and just educate them on what you went through and what you're going through, so that they can see why you would need to do that. This little piece here that I found, it says encourage, it is talking to a loved one about an addict, right? It says encourage participation in peer support groups. People with co-occurring disorders can benefit from peer support organizations such as Alcoholics Anonymous or NA. Some peer support groups are specifically for people with other disorders, right? Encourage a loved one to get involved in a peer support group is an important way of supporting their sobriety. I like on here, it says go meeting shopping. Maybe have your loved one sit through a meeting. We see it with Felice. She sits through meetings with us. My kids sat through meetings with me and her. We see Jeanette and Alan. Alan understands that, hey, Jeanette needs those meetings. She's getting grumpy. Maybe she needs to go to a meeting, that kind of stuff, right? And then maybe they will understand that maybe they need to start adjusting the family schedule so that you can attend these meetings. If they understand the importance of what the meeting does for you to stay sober and the negative side of what it means if you relapse and do drugs, I'm sure they would love to support what you're doing in your sobriety. What do you think? How would you deal with it?
So from personal perspective of the family member side, as far as I go, and I'm assuming as far as a lot of other family members go, because it's probably the same. But your loved one gets put on the back burner the whole time you're through addiction. Like they're not even like, you say you love them and all this, but your actions show something completely different. And so that's what they know for a long time. And then you get better and you get in recovery and they still feel like they're on the back burner. So just include them in things, like give them little glimpses of your life. You know what I mean? Just share. I think that goes a long way.
Yeah, let them understand. I would be completely open and honest about your addiction to your loved one. Look, this is what I was doing, and this is the road that doing that leads down. And now I don't want to do that anymore, and I want to be here for you guys. And the recovery, this is what recovery is. This is what the program is. These are the tools I need to learn, and this is the people I need to talk to help me through this, and let them sit through and listen to you talk. Oh, another thing I read too is like teach them the lingo.
Yeah.
The stuff that we say, sober time, clean dates, triggers, just all the words that we use, halt, serenity prayer, got to make a meeting, 90 and 90, all those little cliche words that we use all the time. Help them to learn those words as well. And then they become a part of the lingo. They hear it. They know what's going on, kind of stuff.
Yeah. Makes them feel important. Like you need them still. Because it's nice to feel needed, and you see someone you love and trust confide in all these other people, and you just kind of crave a little bit of that same kind of intimacy with your loved ones. And so just sharing and making them feel important goes a long way.
Yeah, for sure. Stephanie says, what if I've tried that? They even pushed me to these meetings until I found more with y'all. I don't know.
Like you've tried it and it didn't work, or I don't quite understand.
I don't quite understand either.
Like, is it a good thing or bad thing?
Yeah.
And when they say we'll deal with it, let's see. And when they say we'll deal with it, now you're good.
Yeah, I'm not. You have to clarify that a little more if you're experiencing what we were talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, Steph. Trying to piece it together.
Betsy says, my problem right now, kids acting up because I need to hear this. Do me. Usually I'm given into their every whim to keep them quiet. It's hard. Oh, children are hard, man. I get it too. I think one thing we need to, he has said that.
No, but what
about her being grumpy getting to a meeting?
Yeah.
The one of the big cliche things that we say in recovery is like, pretend like it's an airplane crash and the masks come down. What do they teach you? They teach you to put the mask on yourself first and then take care of your loved ones. If you can help them understand that kind of thing, and that's what you're doing for yourself. Because if I didn't take care of myself, I could not take care of the family. If I were to just neglect myself and run off and just get, out of recovery, I could end up on the road to relapse, and then that would be even worse. So it's just something that they need to be educated on, I would think.
Did you read Brad's?
This one?
Yeah, he says invite them to meetings, tell them you want them to join you in them. That's a big thing. Making them feel wanted. Like not that they're just tagging along. Talk to them about the meetings and the happenings in them. Include them. I include my boys and my parents every day in RA. That's very cool. That inclusion, I think, goes a very long way. Because like I said, you spend so much time just being on the back burner. Just bring them into your life. I think you'll see a difference.
Yeah.
Just break it down. Yeah.
Break it down to them. Yeah. I don't know. What do you think, Steph?
Hey, Jacqueline. Oh, she
Is
said.
that no?
I'm in charge of clicking.
No, it works very good for me, not for them. They think you're cured. Jacqueline, awesome to
It's
see
good
you.
to see
I
you.
could feel the hearts on that little face right there. I love it.
Yeah, me too.
Amen. Right there. There's that patience thing. One thing we need to learn is it takes time. I think we lose perspective, and I think that's why. I don't think that's why. I know that's why. When we do our class here at Recovering Addict, and you'll learn how to do this on the next session that kicks off. It's a 6-week class, 2 times a week. The first thing we're going to learn is how to write your drug use history. And it puts into perspective how much time in your life you've spent not clean and not sober, right? And then you do the math, right? If you were drunk and high for a year, it's going to take a good year or more to recover. Think about it like gaining weight. How fast can you gain weight compared to how fast you can lose weight? How fast can you get into addiction and mess a lot of things up compared to how fast you can get out of addiction and fix all the things you screwed up? It's almost the same type of thing. You can gain weight in 6 months, and then it's going to take you a year and a half to get it off, type of thing, right? It's always harder on that side of things. And then we're in recovery. If you've used drugs and alcohol, you've burned this many bridges, people are choking on ashes. It could take double or more, and it's just subjective at that point. And like I said, this is just my opinion, what I've seen, what I've experienced, but it could take longer than that. You never know. What? Yo,
Hi,
buddy.
Bob.
Eric, how the heck are you, man? Good to see
We
you.
have missed you.
We need a freaking update.
Yeah.
Man. You can't be gone that long and not give us an update.
We need an update on Princess.
Oh, yeah. How's Princess? And Brittany. We missed something with Brittany. Brian, he says a sponsor of an addict or alcoholic can sit down with the family. Oh, yeah. And read chapter 9 of the big book, The Family Afterwards. And maybe one of these. That's a great point, Brian. Thank you for pointing that out. And that's why I need y'all to help me dig deeper. The Family Afterwards. There's great stuff in there. Gives the family a chance to talk. Absolutely. Beautiful. Maybe we will go through that one day. Maybe we'll have a family day on here on Recovering Addict. Everybody decides to we're going to have well, hypothetically speaking, this is how we'll set it up. Next Sunday, grab the family. We're all going to sit down and we're going to listen to Recovering Addict. We're going to listen to the chat. We're going to go through this book together. Everybody grab their AA book and we go through the family afterwards. We can even go through the wives and just, things that we can start talking about and thinking about with the family, and it'll help maybe kick off some conversation at home. I don't know. Maybe yes, maybe no. But we'll try that, and we'll maybe have a family day here at Recovering Addict. Another thing we are going to have with Teeter and his crazy brainstorms is we are brainstorming a talent show. Talent show coming soon. Sean Larry, you got to be in it. But we're looking for singers, comedians, magicians, typical junior high talent show. And we're going to have it unlisted. You'll see. We'll unwrap all the stuff that's about to happen. We just started talking about it today. So Stephanie says it. Go ahead.
Oh, now I can?
I feel like I just got done running. I'm getting out of shape and sitting on the couch.
Now I can. I totally agree with you guys. That's why I feel so down. They wanted me to be sober, but when I found my sobriety in anyone other than them, they ignored me. I'm proud I found it in y'all. That goes with that the family feels like they want to help you so bad because they see you going down this crazy path and they want to be able to control that. You know what I mean? It's that control but it's like control with love almost. And it's something that's hard to let go of and to let the family member or the loved one experience that sobriety and that help through somebody else other than them because they've tried so hard for so long to, I guess, make you quit.
Yeah, they got
unsuccessfully.
They got problems of their own, believe it or not. In Al-Anon, people go to Al-Anon the same way. So an alcoholic and an addict, right? They go to AA and NA to learn how to control their drinking, right? I'm here to learn how to control how to drink. No, you're here to quit. What? Al-Anon, same thing. I'm here to make my husband I'm here to make my wife and kids to quit using drugs. No, we're here to change you and show that you're powerless over that. Exactly. So they have codependency, co-addiction tendencies that they need to work through as well. And that's why if they can get involved in recovery and start seeing that the tools that we use are going to be the tools that they use as well.
Yeah, like in a way, it seems like they're sad they weren't the savior because they probably felt like they should have been.
Want to read that one real quick? We'll read a couple more, and then I believe there's a special guest backstage. I'm not sure yet.
I'm 8.5 months clean. Is there any literature relating to anxiety, PTSD, and addictions someone can recommend? Chat. Anybody?
Chat. Anybody want to take that? Kyle is a good one to talk to about anxiety and PTSD. Kyle, if you've got any advice on that, I would sure love that. PTSD, that's a tough one. I would have to understand like what kind of PTSD you're going through. Is it war related and, military type stuff? Is it trauma, childhood based stuff, or anything like that?
After our special guest, we'll get an update from Bob.
And then, stay tuned because after our special guest, we are going to have an update from Bob. Someone we haven't heard from for a long while. It is Cassie time.
Hi, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so I apologize for my absence, but I started a new job and I am literally still not even home yet, but I miss you guys like madly, madly, madly. So, hi, everyone.
Bob. So good to see you. I missed having your face, your smile, your laugh. Look at the kids come running in.
I changed my hair color.
Oh, where's my babies?
It's good. I changed my hair color.
Yo, to Millie, Cassie.
How's everything going on the show? Link tie. Oh,
So-
Link tie. What's up with the new hair? Whoa, hot stuff over there. You're like a new dude every time I see you.
You see what I did to my ear?
He's got his
Stick
ear
around. I
pierced.
got a good quote though. You're gonna like this one. Let me see. Oh, that's nice. I love it. Hi, sweet Millie. How are you?
Good.
Good. How's all
All right,
the Becoming Addict family? I miss you guys so much. Love you guys. Mwah.
Love you too.
PD's been having Cassie withdrawals. He asks like every other show, where's Cassie?
Oh, I'm trying. I'm going to try to get it back regular, even if I've got to do it in the car like this. You guys will forgive me. Does it sound bad? Does it look awful? Or I'm
Nah,
trying my
it's just
best.
fine. It's all good in the hood, as long as we get to see you.
Look, Bob and Cassie in one night.
Yeah, I
Come
appreciate
through.
you guys.
Right, Liz?
Oh, so sweet. I'm trying to turn off the light here. Is that looking a little better? Oh, whoa. Maybe
You're gonna
I'll
wreck
turn
the
that
damn
off.
cars. What you're gonna do?
I know. I got another phone so I can read my quote, and I'm driving at the same time. But I'm on Recovering Addict. I'm here, guys.
Cassie
What'd you say,
time. and-
Winky?
he said breaking all kinds of laws.
Shh. I'm not
So we
drinking.
told-
I'm not drinking and driving or anything. Okay, Winky.
What not to do behind the wheel of the car with Cassie Weaver.
Yes. I'm almost home though. Don't tell my dad. He would be so upset at me. I promised him I wouldn't text and drive. So I guess this really doesn't count. I'm kind of pushing the envelope. This is kind of FaceTiming and driving, if you will.
I want to see you put lipstick on at the same time.
Or how about curl my eyelashes? Even better.
There
That's
you
what
go.
I'm really
And
good
shave
at,
your
curling my
legs.
lashes. Hey. I got an awesome quote though today, guys. I'm super stoked about my quote.
All right, let's hear it.
And hold on, and I'm almost literally, give me 2 seconds, and I'm pulling up that way. I cannot be doing 4 things at one time.
What's
And I'm in the driveway. Okay.
Woohoo!
Okay.
Uncle
Woo!
Chuck.
I made it home. Okay. Shh, don't tell him, LT. You know how he was when we were kids. He'd come check on us every 10 minutes when you were trying to outdo bad stuff while we were camping in the backyard at grandma's. Okay? That's why he was checking on us, because you were doing naughty stuff. Okay. Here's my quote. So, does this look bad? So, okay. So this is my quote. Because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
Say it one more time. You cut out right at the beginning.
Okay, and this is Dr. Seuss. That's why it's a little bit. Okay. So be who you are and say what you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's one of my favorite Dr. Seuss
Yeah. Dr. Seuss. Yes, Bruce. I love it.
Everybody
Yay.
loves it.
Oh, I miss you guys so much. And thank you again for all the follows. I appreciate you guys on Body by Cassie. I'm doing so great. I'm trying my best to keep doing videos and stuff like that. It's just tough because I got the job, and I'm working. I'm making my best out the situation now.
Heck yeah, I love it.
Yay. And so I was curious if Thursday, no, Jake's doing a show Thursday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then Sunday, if I
Mhm.
could get on, I'd love to give you guys an update about my brother and where I'm at with my brother.
Oh yeah,
that
and
would be
Bree
With-
is checking in. She found a place in Vegas, and so we'll talk about it.
Okay, very cool. So then we'll follow up and give everybody an update on Sunday about what's going on with old Darren. You remember Darren?
Okay.
Wait, do you remember we used to sing a song to Darren LT when we were younger, and it would make him cry?
Darren
remember the song?
farted walking down the street.
Down the
Darren
street,
farted.
Darren farted. The killer hates me. Darren farted, and he would cry. And me, LT, and Joni would just make him cry, and we would laugh. Shame on us. But that shit was funny. I'm just saying. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. I'm going to get in the house, and let me see. I can't bring both my hands together, but we're going to bring it together,
That's
and we're going to continue to spread that love.
Love. I love you. Bye.
All right. I love you guys so much. Thank you for having
Love
me.
you.
Love you. Bye. Woohoo!
Ah, what a special treat.
Yeah, that was
Love
nice.
seeing
Yeah,
Cassie.
she's been busy. Told y'all she was driving, thinking, working, talking, driving, putting on lipstick, curling her eyelashes, all that kind of good
Shaving her
stuff.
legs.
Great quote. Be yourself, y'all. Be yourself. That's another thing I wish I would have learned in life. Period. Just be yourself, because the ones that mind don't matter, and the ones that matter don't mind.
Ooh, can I add something to that?
Yeah.
Be yourself, because if we're all just one person, the world would be boring.
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 Heck yeah.
Robots.
All right, back to Bob. She's shopping for a treatment center, talking about Princess. She still wants to go to Utah. I told her to go to O-Town and look you guys up. Heck yeah, dude.
Boom, boom.
We are here to help and point in any direction.
There was another one too.
This one?
Nope.
Ah, it just jumped on me.
We'll never know.
Whoa, big
Bob.
jump.
Right there.
Personally, I think she wants to go to Malibu Treatment Center and get a nice massage.
So
Me too.
that's what I want. I don't know.
And
Deb's read my
then-
horoscope today, and I got problems.
PTSD and the paranoia that comes with trauma is a big problem right now, and I'm working on it. Yeah, counseling and stuff may be one of your better options there. With what's that? Cognitive behavioral therapy would be very good to look into for sure. PD says my sponsor and me be used together back in the day. and he knew some of the things that he did and made sure that I dealt with everything he was involved in with everything he wasn't involved in. Awesome. Okay. I think we're all caught up. Anything else that I miss? Got Cassie time. We answered the questions from the Discord. It's time to jump back into our book, y'all. We've been out of this thing for way too long. And if you remember in the beginning of this book, because this book is about adolescents and youngsters, it's about kids that grew up in an addictive family. And because of that, they inherit or they develop a survival type personality to get through life when a parent is just not there for them mentally, maybe not there physically. They're causing trauma in the house. They're scared. And usually these 4 types of personalities emerge, right? And the one that gets the most credit all the time is the kid that acts out. I was the acting out kid, right? It's the kid that's always going to the principal's office, or it's the kid that ends up in juvie or in the, gets arrested and doing things like that in the counselor's office. Obviously, that kid acts out. That's the kid that gets the most attention because he's drawing the most attention to himself. But there's a few other personalities that kids develop that are harmful to their social relationships later in life when they become adults. They get looked over because on the outside, they look good, but on the inside, they're not so good, right? One of them is the responsible child. And a quote from this type of personality says, "Everything must be in order in my house or it brings great anxiety to me. The orderliness probably stems from the chaos I felt in adolescent years. My parents' house was always physically orderly, but human relationships was chaos." And so you look at this child and you're like, man, that kid's 12 years old and he's raising his brothers. That's a good kid. Oh, this kid's only 10 and he just handles his homework and does his chores and just cleans up. This kid is the responsible child, which is a survival technique because they're coping with a parent or both parents that are drug addicts, right? And this becomes a problem later in life because of the lack of learning coping skills, the lack of the parents' consistent parenting and love relationships inside the family. The second one we learned was the adjuster. Put me in any situation now and I can adjust, but please don't ask me to be responsible for it or change it. The kid just goes with the flow. Usually the older parents, the responsible one, helping raise this one. The kid's just like, okay, I guess we're moving to grandma's house, staying here for 2 nights because they just had a fight. Well, nope, we're back in the car. We're going home. Everything's good again. And they just kind of adjust to everything in life. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that we learned about this family. The behavior is less painful for these children, and it makes life easier for the rest of the family as well. Oh, little Timmy gives us no problem. He just adjusts to every situation that's going on. It's almost like he's not even there.
Real quick, shout out to Marilyn. Thank you very much. We appreciate these. And thank you, Sean.
Oh, thank you
We're
all.
broke but grateful. We are grateful also.
Amen.
What's this book?
Amen. So CJ, we're just finishing up a book called It Will Never Happen to Me by Claudia Black, PhD, Growing Up with Addiction as Youngsters, Adolescents, and Adults. We've been in and out of it for the last few months, and I just would like to get finishing up on it. And we're looking at the 4 personalities that we learned quickly at the beginning of the book, because now it's time to, now that we are, say, sober, right? And we have children of our own that may have developed these personalities. It's time to start changing these roles in the family. Or maybe you find yourself having been raised in this family. And it's kind of a 2-part thing here as we read this book. We look up at our parents and go, well, that's the family I was raised in. My dad was an alcoholic or drug addict, because my dad, he was an addict, right? One thing or another, never changed. And his personality was always, and still is. My mom was just kind of just straight and narrow, quiet, and, wasn't too in your face about anything. And then we learned about these 4 personalities. And then, so you look up and you say that, right? But then, maybe you went through addiction and you've raised children, and maybe they're showing signs of these types of personalities. And so now we're towards the end of our book, and we're going to talk about and read through reshaping these roles in the family. So we got the responsible child, we got the adjuster, and now the placater. The placater quote says, "Whenever a family problem comes up, both sides will call me to settle disputes. I am called on to make many decisions, and I do them all alone. Growing up, my friends used to ask me for advice as they felt that I knew a lot and rarely had problems of my own. So they just swallow their own problems. And anytime like they see mom or dad hurting, they want to fix their emotions. They're just really like, let me fix everything. And they neglect themselves type of thing. And then you got the acting out child, which we talked about, which gets most of the attention. Anything we need to hit on?
I'm link dropping. Lots of links in here.
CJ says, I know it helped me with my PTSD. God, Bible reading every day. Amber, yeah, amen. Yeah, shout out to put the shovel down.
Shout out to Amber.
Invisible intervention. My 29-year-old daughter in full-blown trash can addiction. Yeah. Amen, CJ. I love the stuff you post on Facebook. Kyle says, get a good counselor and get out what's haunting you. Talk about it. We always say that is the best way. Sometimes you just need to vent, cry, scream, whatever. Just get it out. And as you progress, you have to make peace with that fact. Yeah, got to make peace. Surrender, right? Reshaping roles. So as described in chapter 4, progression of the roles, those 4 roles we were talking about, the responsible, placater, adjuster, and acting out. The roles the children adopt, whether it be responsible, adjusting, placater, or acting out. How many times am I going to say that? Lead them to have gaps. Gaps are psychological voids that result from inconsistent parenting and lack of appropriate boundaries and emotional support. The gaps we're talking about in these children that look good on the outside, but the gaps are on the inside that we don't see. And this is what it is. I'm going to read it one more time. Gaps are psychological voids that result from inconsistent parenting and lack of appropriate boundaries and emotional support. These voids are integrated into children's social development and create major problems as adults. The gaps include not learning to relax, not knowing how to rely on others, not knowing how to follow, not knowing how to lead, never allowing one's own needs to be met, and many other undeveloped coping mechanisms. Now that I read that, I feel like that was me. I never learned how to be led, and I never allowed anyone to meet my needs. Maybe that's just my ego too, but maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Something to chew on right there. Not only will these gaps create life skill problems, but they may also predispose the children to marry addicts or engage in addictive disorders. So if we don't help our children to see that this possibility is what the gaps that they have in their life, they could end up being attracted to an addict. You've heard it said before, abused by her father, grows up and marries a guy that abuses her type thing, right? That's kind of the stuff we're talking about here. Or they become addicts themselves. The lack of healthy coping mechanisms most often predispose children to experience emotional problems. When giving children an understanding of addiction through talking about the real issues and teaching them to identify and express feelings while establishing healthy support networks, there is also a specific need to focus on reshaping roles. These are obvious benefits in learning how to be responsible, adjust, and placate, yet in the process, gaps are created because children have not acquired a sense of emotional balance. Did not learn the balance. Bye, Sheree. Have a good day, mate. They adopt the roles out of severe need, a sense of survival, so they may bring consistency to an extremely chaotic and unpredictable family system. Why do they develop these? Because it's bringing a form of consistency to an unpredictable family system. It gives them something to cling on to, something to feel safe in, right? While we should not seek to take away the positive aspects of the role, a responsible child's a good thing, right? We shouldn't seek to remove that. We do need to help the children achieve a better sense of balance in certain areas. In essence, we need to fill the gaps. Children need an environment in which they can learn social skills their natural survival techniques are not allowing them to learn.
We just got Sean. He says, I don't have any children, but I was definitely being a bad influence on my little brother in my addiction and normalizing my level of drinking.
I know that feeling. I heard it, Dano, if you're still watching, we went and filmed, we took an hour out of our day and went and filmed a couple scenes for one of his next poems that we're going to make. And the guy that was in the video with us, I just met him. I can't even remember his name, but he runs Willie. His name's Willie. He runs a podcast called The Other Side of Hell. And you're going to see a little more collaboration out of us and him soon, I'm sure. But he said something to me and we were just, hey, getting to know each other, talking about our drinking days and that. He goes, he said something about, yeah, I seen that picture of you crawling in or laying in a dead cow. And I was like, yeah, that's when things were still fun. And we talked about, he's like, oh yeah, that's how drinking gets. Oh, call LT, man. This will be a great party. He's the life of the party. A few months later, oh, don't call LT. Like, oh crap, LT just showed up to the party. Not cool, and it switches to that. At first it's fun, then it just becomes crap, right? And then he says there's this line that you cross. And you can tell if you cross that line when you stop bragging about how much you drink and you start lying about how much you've been drinking before you got to the party. And I was like, oh my gosh, that's true. Cause you're always pre-gaming it, right? You got to have a pint before you go to the party. Cause you'll drink all those guys right out of liquor. So if you find yourself not bragging about drinking anymore, but the fact that you're hiding how much you're drinking, you may have a problem. Here's your sign.
Jeanette says, what do you think about the child growing up seeing two different people and one as in the addict, then the sober? What kind of person do you think that would be attracted to? Just curious.
Let me read that again.
What kind of person you think they would be attracted to?
Two different people in one as well. A lot of if I understand your question right, so say the kid's looking at the parent, one's addicted, one's not.
I think this is the same parent.
Oh,
so like you, the kids.
So the kids saw me, and now who are they going to be attracted to?
Now you're sober. So who would?
Well, hopefully, I'm sure I'm lacking big time in this area, but hopefully I can teach my children now on this side and help. And these gaps that they're talking about, hey, maybe help see these gaps in my kids and to correct them. And I think we've started doing that from the very beginning of my sobriety, going to family counseling, group meetings, AA meetings. They're always involved in hearing what we're talking about here, that they may catch on and start seeing, that within themselves, and then try to help them see that. I know that Millie, she's not afraid to talk to me about things. Dad, you want to know why I'm upset? Absolutely, daughter. And she'll tell me, So I think that's kind of good. She's got an open line of communication with me, which before I wouldn't even paid attention to. So I don't know. I hope a good person.
Yeah, I don't know. You never know. You just can hope for the best, I think.
Go ahead. There's more. So the reshaping of these roles, I'm going to read this paragraph and you can answer a couple questions. The reshaping of roles generally means changing our expectations of children's behaviors and also changing our behavior towards them. Here's the thing you can do. Instead of immediately becoming frustrated when the 8-year-old acts 8 years of age and insisting she acts like a little adult, allow her to display some of that normal 8-year-old behavior. This will require patience. When the placating child reaches out to placate one more time, rather than applaud him, let him know you appreciate his thoughtfulness, but you want to be alone and you're going to call a friend to talk to. Because the placater wants to fix you emotionally. And instead of giving into that, you say, no, I'm good, bud. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. I'm going to call a friend and talk to them. And then they have to deal with that situation, right? Remember, change in any system, even when that change is positive, is often met with resistance. As you assist in reshaping roles, children may exhibit confusion, depression, withdrawal, or anger. Children will feel awkward about making changes, but these feelings are natural and are to be expected.
Very cool, Betsy.
Thanks,
This
Betsy.
meeting's been so great. Got my husband to watch. Also needed this.
Beautiful.
Hi, Betsy's husband.
What's going on, man?
Glad you joined in.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, good. Glad we got that right. There was a couple of comments where I just wasn't quite sure we understood your question.
Well, I'm
correctly.
going through the same thing, right? And then two of my boys got left. One left when I took him to the airport to go move with his mom. I was drunk the day he left, so he hasn't really got to see me at all in recovery. And then my oldest boy left a year or so later and got to work through some of the stuff with us. So he got to see, and hopefully we correct a little bit, but then now we have just these two at the house. And Link's very understanding with the TBI and stuff. He's a different type of child now, but Millie, she's 9. So last time she saw me drunk, she was 7.5, almost 8. So I don't know.
I think we're doing good, because I think that just loving your kids goes a long way, like letting them know that they're loved, and then as a couple showing them that we love each other and how we work out our problems now as opposed to how we did it before. Like, I think those changes, I think they would probably go a long way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I don't know. I know when I was younger, I was telling LT this the other day, but I like never seen my parents like affectionate towards each other. And so I came into a relationship and it was hard for me to like be affectionate with LT. It's like something I had to learn. So I'm hoping that my kids, like through our example, you know, don't have to learn that.
Yeah,
It was the
Felice said
hard
that
way.
the other day. We hugged and kissed, and she's like, I only seen my mom kiss my dad once, I think.
Yeah, unless it was like to go to bed. That was about it.
Yeah.
But they just weren't affectionate, and now they're divorced. So there's that.
They're really not affectionate anymore.
But now they're both happy, and like I see my mom and my stepdad, and they show affection towards each other like I didn't see when I was younger. And my dad and my stepmom show affection towards each other, which I didn't see when I was younger. So, you know, it worked out.
Awesome. Good advice, leading by example. All right, y'all. That's the end of our show. No, it's not. We haven't prayed and we haven't said our little
Don't leave.
tagline, so don't you dare leave. Don't you click off. And if you haven't, please hit that like button or even hit that dislike button. I don't care. Give us a mad face. It's all good.
Maybe it'll help our algorithm.
Yeah, maybe they'll think we got craziness going on over here. Oh, one more. Oh, Jeanette's talking. Hold on. I hope my children, seeing the positive changes and living through the whole rock bottom place I've been and putting through, they'll take a lesson from how to. Amen.
Yeah.
And it could be a good example of what not to do. You know, hopefully that. I hope
Thanks,
that
Brad.
sunk into my kids' head. My 2 oldest boys. Don't be like dad when it comes to that. You know, he did. You probably did before we told you to, Brad.
CJ says, I'm being honest. You're human and have faults. We all have them. Mistakes are bound to happen. Learning from them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of respect that kids get, like, have for their parents when you can be honest with them. Like, even just apologizing to them when you know you did something wrong.
Yeah. Admitting you're wrong is a good thing for
And
children
then
to
it
see.
teaches them, you know, that's okay. It's okay to be wrong.
All right. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can,
and the wisdom to know the difference. Amen.
Amen, y'all. Amen. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of my recovery, giving me a accountability, things that I have to obtain to get to accomplish. Thank you so much for being here for my sobriety, you guys. Until next time, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. And remember, Brad's late night Zoom.
LT will be on with no shirt.
LT will be on with no shirt. No.
Alan will.
Alan will, though. Do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember that we recover better together.